In this video, this is going to be a history lesson video talking about the Monkey King bar in this gunslash and showing you guys what we have had to do over here in the Japanese PSO2 and why it's important to actually get the charms and why it became a thing. Depending on what you want to see, you can look at the description for our time skip. I'm going to play this as it is. It's not going to be a bunch of edits. So if it takes a while for me to get to a certain point, you can look in that description for that time skip. Not only that, if you're already familiar with these two particular items because you did play in the Japanese PSO2 episode 1 through 3, you don't need to watch the rest of this video, especially if you were active and you had these particular items. They did release it over in Global because of episode 5, and I'm kind of annoyed at how they didn't have this in the beginning because guess what, if you were farming in the beginning of the game, this would be a very handy tool because guess what, this was something that I had back in episode 2 when I started off, and that's how I got a bunch of money. That's how I was able to save a bunch of money because I did my own affixes. I farmed for my own affixes. Since you guys have it over there, over in Global now, I can make the farming video guide that's going to emphasize on what you might want to have when it comes to you trying to farm for these abilities. I haven't made that playlist yet. It's still a work in progress. Need to go through a bunch of other stuff too. So yeah, Monkey King bar and the gunslash. If you look at the weapon potential, it has a very specific potential, which is not a regular potential you would find on weapons. This one, for example, boosts the probability of items dropping with special abilities, and this one has a probable chance of rare weapons dropping as an unidentified. So, back then in episode 1 through 3, we had to farm for a lot of stuff. You had to do so many things here and there was a bunch of RNG. When it comes to buying weapons, that was not a thing unless you were premium, but even then, the highest rarity you could not easily buy. Let's say, for example, if you're playing in episode 2, the highest rarity during that time was a 12-star weapon. Guess what? You could not buy 12-star weapons off the market. Not only that, when it comes to you buying weapons in general, if you want to get a 10-star or 11-star weapon, you can't just buy it. You had to have a pass which allowed you to buy it, and when it comes to you buying these weapons, you have to be premium to do this sort of exchange. Or used to be premium. So it sucked. Especially if you were playing during that time and you wanted to get a particular weapon, you had to go out of your way to grind and farm for it. This makes a huge difference from, guess what, Global PSO2, especially during its episode 1 through 3 era, because you guys can easily buy your stuff. Or buy a 13-star if need be. Over here, that was not the case. Now, how did this work? So, before I go into a quest, I'm going to show you guys that I did not do anything with this particular character and her client orders. I will most likely have to tackle that now. Staring at that. So let me go desynthesize something. But when it comes to what you had to do, when you actually go on a quest and when you fight stuff, you had to have that on you. You had to have these particular items on you. And when you break that red crystal, you would need to equip it. Now, here's the thing. I don't know if extending this did ruin the potential or fucked up what I need to do. We're going to see in this video. Because it's been ages since I actually used these the proper way. Or used them in its original intent. Once again, the point of you getting those charms is so you don't need to equip it. What can I desynth? Let's see if I have any dims. That has exceed energy. Let's get rid of that one. So let me do this quick desynth thing. I can also desynth that too. Why not? Give materials every now and then. So I'm gonna do that, but gonna go to the shop. And then I'm gonna grab a couple keys to demonstrate this point. I just need to figure out which keys I have that I can burn. 1 silver. I got another silver. Don't really need to level this character, but I'm just using it for demonstration purposes. I'm gonna use 3 keys. I'm gonna use one where I'm gonna break the crystal and have this gunslash attached to me or like equipped in my physical hands. Second one is breaking the crystal without having the gunslash on me. And then the third time I break the crystal is gonna be with the charm. I will make a video for those who are playing on the Japanese PSO2 and teaching you guys how to actually go about O-type of fixing in a way. O-type of... Well, not O-type of fixing, excuse me. O-type grinding. Because that thing is a monster. You would want to be careful with that. Even if you're like doing a O-type grind on a low rarity weapon, that thing can eat up Meseta fast if you don't know how to go about it. So what we're going to do is go to a bonus quest. And once again, just to show you guys, with Zig's client orders, the charm starts the moment you turn it in. I did not turn in my charm, so I do not have it. I'm going to go over here and start up a bonus quest. We're going to go right through it. Once again, there will be a time skip in the description if you just want to see me break that crystal. And then you'll see the other time skips as well for the other points. Now, I could do some other quests to demonstrate this, but it's going to take even longer. Like, if I decide to do the solo trigger quest instead, yeah, that's going to take me a good whopping like 10 to 15 minutes to do that, and this recording would be very, very long. I don't need it to be that long. So just going to go in here. I'm going to laser everything. This is a 12. And also, this particular character I did not want to use, but she can equip the gunslash and the Monkey King bar. Here's the thing with the... Actually, I'm going to have to mention that when I break the crystal, because if people did skip to that time skip, then... Yeah, I'm going to have to explain that I'm going to be using the gunslash more than the Monkey King bar, because the Monkey King bar is a chance of getting these higher affix slots, but it's not obvious because, once again, it's RNG. The gunslash, however, you can tell the difference because it's towards weapons. So, if you decide to click on that time skip, let me pull out the gunslash. So, understand that I'm going to be using the gunslash because it's towards weapons. And you can obviously tell if a weapon's going to get that untech form. Compared to the Monkey King bar where it's going to be random. Like, you can't really tell because of the fact that, you know, it's going to drop at random numbers. So if you see a bunch of higher numbers than what you're usually seeing, then that's great. That means the Monkey King bar is working. If not, then you just have to try again. But the gunslash is the easier one to tell, and I'm going to be I will be using the gunslash to demonstrate this point. So I'm going to have it equipped onto me. In the past, old players have to have one of these items on them. Yeah, they can't use both. This became a problem because if you wanted augments and affixes, you had to equip that Monkey King bar. If you wanted more of the untech box form, then you would have to equip the gunslash. You cannot do both of them at the same time. And guess what? If you have the umbrella stick, which helps you in terms of rare drops, yeah, you can't have that equipped as well. So it was a dilemma. It was a problem. You had to choose one or the other. So I'm going to do this, and you can see that all of the weapons drop in that box form, which means now you have the control of choosing the element that you want, and yeah, and the other little special ability. We're gonna do this again, but I'm not gonna have the gunslash on me, and yeah, we're gonna break that red crystal as it is. Now I don't know what I got. I will untick this stuff later. Once again, time skip in the description if you just want to get to the part where I break the crystal. Only gonna take a couple seconds. Or at least a minute. And then after this run, I'm gonna go and talk to Zig. Oh, wait. I forgot. Yeah, I can complete the tier missions with these as well. I didn't also do my weeklies by killing all these. Since it's a 100 kill count. Alright, so. Kill the Tagame. Did I actually break the other crystal? Oh, no, I think I break those, I destroyed those boxes from earlier. Anyways. Alright, so you click on that time skip. You see that I will have my wand on me instead. I'm not going to swap to that gunslash. I break this thing. You see there's a mix of the box and some weapons that are not actually in that box form. So the last run that I'm going to do will have me get the charm. Now, the thing is, you just need to have this on you. If you... Yeah, you just need to have this in your inventory to complete that client order. If you did it for one character, guess what? You can do it for another character. Like, most of my main characters have this charm that you get from Zig. Gotta leave this camp ship, gotta go talk to Zig and turn in these client orders. So all you need to do if you already have this is have it in your inventory on that particular character so you can get the charm. So I'm gonna go over here, gotta talk to Zig, get these 2 client orders. Once again, it's obvious on how this is working with the gunslash. The Monkey King bar, it will work. It's just that it's random and you can't really tell by just looking at it. You need to be familiar with like what your unit and weapon drops are usually at in terms of the slot, and then you had to do a compare and contrast, and then also a bunch of data collecting as well if you really want to get technical about it. Not gonna do that. The best way is to just use the gunslash, because that proves the point. Like, hey, look, the charm works, and this is how. And it does what it does. It's just that, once again, with the Monkey King bar, with the affix farming one, it's just random. But it's better than nothing. And it's very specific, because it is towards affixes and augments. After this, I will most likely uncheck some of those items that I pick up. But yeah, last one. We need to kill all these. Now that's Mining Defense 3. Oh, the emergency quest. I have footage for it, and I do need to explain that this is something you would want to know. Especially when it comes to, like, some future quests. Alright, so. I will show you guys that when I break that crystal, and when I just have these items in my inventory, it will have that charm up. All of those weapons should be in the boxed form. You can see that it's in my inventory. I already got the charm. I already turned it in to Zig. Just to make sure. Let's go over here. Let me check that. Yep. So I'm going to break this. All of the weapons are in that box form. So this concludes the video talking about why you would want these charms. Because it will help you passively. You don't need to equip it anymore. If you were playing back then in episode 1 through 3 in the Japanese PSO2, yeah, that was a pain in the butt to do because you had to equip it. But somewhere around episode 3, when I did that certain record, I think, no, it's not episode 3, I think it was 4. Either 3 or 4, they add that charm which allowed players to finally get those 2 abilities to work without having to equip it. I think guess what, they can equip the Umbra stick as well, which helped them get a lot more boosts to the RNG. Now, is it a lot? Nope, but it does help in a small way. Now I'm gonna go uncheck these, and I'm gonna put them at a light element. So let's see if they actually have higher slots because of this. You can see that most of them are stuck around the 4. One of them is at 6, but that's it. That's it for this video. If you have any question, comment, concerns, put it down below. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.